All right, so this is more or less just a recap of 2024 because it's January 31st. I figured I'd do it before the end of the year. You can all sit and watch this before you go out and have beers and do whatever. But I thought I'd go through it. Craig's not here. He's having a well-deserved break, so you'll just have to put up with me. What do we do? So what do we get up to? We'll start with maybe the projects and stuff like that. So earlier in the year, I think it might have been around about February, maybe early March, we finished Butcher's Green Go T Roadster. So in the corner here, I'll work out one of these corners, we'll have a little video. I've worked out how to do that. I've learned something this year. I've learned how to add stuff into the corner of our videos. So that got done, registered, everything. He's taken it to a whole bunch of events, been driving around and enjoying it. And behind me, you can see we are still working on Don and Rose's closed cab pickup. It's very close now. We've got some paint on the fenders, same thing. I'll put them in the corner there. We should have paint on the cab next week, and then we can start putting it all back together. Then we got like wiring and a few bits like that. The 42 Chev Coupe Ute, ticking along with that. That is now at the stage where I think we'll basically start looking at doing some of the body work. It's past second inspection, and that was around about early December. So that's the shop projects. Our personal projects, well, I got the Barracuda done. It fought me most of the year, but obviously that was about 3 weeks now. I think I've had registration plates, so it's all looking good. I've taken it out. It's got a couple hundred miles on it. Seems to be okay. I've still got stuff that I'm going to have to sort out. So then we've got our Jeep project that we're working on with the Barra. We are going to do some work on it. I promise we're going to do some work on it. I know you don't believe me, but I promise we will. So this is what it looks like now, and we're going to do some more work on that and continue into the new year. We might even work on the other Jeep, and we've got other stuff. I've bought another project. We'll keep an eye open for that. Now, events that we attended, obviously we run our USA tours. So this year we did 2. So we went, the first one was in January. We did the Moon Eyes Christmas New Year's party, which was the last one at Irwindale Raceway all over. And then we did Grand National Roadster Show all in one trip. So we'll put some little highlights of that. Obviously that was a really good trip. We had an absolute ball. The Grand National shows all was fantastic. And we've got that coming up in about 3 weeks. We're off again. The next thing for us, we did a couple, like obviously local car shows and that sort of stuff. We dived over to Sydney for the Hot Rod and Custom Expo. That was a really good weekend. We did POX Eclipse a few weeks after that. And then, of course, in November, we did the SEMA tour. So we went to SEMA, ran around LA, did all the usual stuff. And it worked out quite well because we managed to take in the Nitro Revival. I don't know if that's coming back next year. If you've heard something or if you know, let us know, because I haven't seen anything. I don't know what's going on because obviously Irwindale, once again, is gone. And then we got to Long Beach Swap Meet. I should also point out that if you want to go back and look at some of these videos that we've done, like Grand National and the Sydney show and POX and everything, you can just go onto our channel, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and then just scroll back through and you can watch those videos. Because I do everything on my phone, I can't add the links in where I want. But if you go back into our channel, go to videos, you'll only have to go back down through a few and you'll see coverage of previous events and previous tours. So for next year, for our tours, so we've got 3 tours organised next year. Obviously, like I said, 3 weeks we go to Grand National Roadster Show in LA. In June, we are doing LA Roadster Show and Pomona Swap Meet. And in October, November, once again, we'll be doing SEMA and maybe Nitro Revival if it's on, we're not sure. But all of those tours are all fully booked out. So we are chock-a-block for 2025 tours. In about 2 weeks, I reckon we will announce a list of 6 that we think will be potential tours for 2026. Out of those 6, we might pick 3 and we'll start listing them and start looking at doing them. What else do we do for? So, like, I mean, that's yeah. That we've talked about the projects that we've been going on and the tours, and obviously, I mean, like, I guess family-wise, when I managed to do a family trip to Scotland, back to see some family I haven't seen, and that sort of thing. Dived over to Sweden and caught up with Martin and Kent and Johan and a bunch of Swedish guys that we know. Now for next year, so like thinking about what we're going to do next year, like I said, we're going to try and work on the Jeep. We've got the 3 tours, but we've also got a couple of little milestones for the shop coming up. So next year, in October next year, it'll be 20 years that I've owned the shop, which is kind of surprising. I didn't think it was that long, but my wife pointed it out a couple of months ago, and she went, "You realize it's like 20 years?" I'm like, "No." So I don't know what we'll do. We might have to do, whether we do, I don't know, maybe we'll do a t-shirt, maybe we'll do, I don't know, we'll do something. We might have a car show. That sounds good. And it'll also be our 15th anniversary of being official dealers for Moon Eyes and SoCal Speed Shop. Basically in 2010, we went to the US, a whole bunch of us, just as a bunch of friends. And that's where I sort of sealed the deal to become an official dealer for Moon Eyes. I'd been buying stuff off them previously, but not in an official capacity, more of just, sort of ordering stuff and getting a very small discount. So yeah, that was around about July 2010. So 15 years of being dealers for both those companies, which is pretty good. Like I'm quite proud that we're still dealing with them. Both companies are still around, and we deal a lot with both. Obviously, when we go to the States, we go visit both companies and hang out, and we still sell their products. I guess that's about it for the wrap up for this year. I didn't want to go on too long. Just a bit of a highlight of some of the stuff we've done. I've got notes there. If you see me looking now, it's because I've had to put notes because I'm old and I forget stuff. I hope you've enjoyed what we do on the channel. I hope that for next year we can bring you more content and stuff you'll enjoy. There's certainly plenty of projects. We've got 2 new projects. Once we finish the 42 Chev and the extend cab pickup, we have a 32 coupe that we're doing with a 426 Hemi, and we also have a 34 Chev coupe coming in with like that's got an LS, and we're going to do a whole bunch, like an unfinished project that a customer of ours has bought that we've previously done a car for, and they want a hot rod, so we'll build those 2. I reckon that'll take us most of next year, and I'm sure that we will buy projects we didn't know we needed, and basically enjoy life. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great New Year's, and we'll see you in 2025.